Hey guys, Tightrope here, bring you a 1v1 today. We're on road to Tunis. Face pointing on the left, we've got across the Pacific with US forces, armored, locked in here. And opposing him is VHSmonster with Africa Corps armored support. There's a Patreon back submitted game. In terms of ranks, across the Pacific around 500, VHSmonster around 600. So early engineer from across the Pacific. I think this is fine. Don't have strong opinions either way on engineer before rifleman. These kind of builds. But yeah, definitely not essential to go for 4x4 against Africa Corps. With, you know, they've just got so many more answers to them with the 250 Panzerjägers. Can't bully the squads around as much. So even though armored with potential super fast 4x4s, it's not always the right choice. Could still go for one potentially, but it's not that important. Up to preference, I think. VHSmonster capping up. Kind of an early attack onto this side, getting some sandbags up, capping. Now looking to pressure the fuel. I will say that, you know, without any support here, this is kind of unlikely to work. Jumps over here, thinks he's in cover, but is not. Let's reposition. Kind of looks like there should at least be light cover on that bush, but not the case. So ends up being a decent engagement for the engineers because of that. Now coming in on the flank. Scouts coming up this way as well. Okay, tech actually coming up from VHSmonster, which is kind of interesting. No 250 harass then, it seems like. I do think it's still generally a pretty good idea to go for a 250 with the flame up, unless you got some kind of build specifically in mind. Just kind of like forces the US player to tech anti-tank grenades, maybe delays their Greyhounds. Shows their progress towards what they want. And I think on a map like Road to Tunis, where it's so easy to chase a squad, so many like fast pathways, relatively open, you maybe hope to get some squad wipes, can help you control the edges of the map as well. Instead going for a machine gun here. VHSmonster. Which is, you know, it's fine, but it's not like he's playing Italian infantry. He's going to get like buffs on that machine gun. Armor support. Decent little harass there. Taking out on the edge. Sandbags up. Okay, now early medics from VHSmonster. This is maybe a little bit of an unusual choice. You know, if you're planning to go for like a flat feeling, this is going to delay it. It's not a huge amount of squads that really need healing desperately that you would consider, I think, delaying your flak feeling for this. I'm assuming it's going to be a flak feeling. Could also be a 8-rad. It's still alright. Okay, gonna try to do some forward reinforced and healing with this.
A victory point is under attack. We must act. Commander, ISC upgrades done.
Alright. Multiple now coming in for across the Pacific. Went for infantry support center. Pretty standard stuff. 3 rifles. Good cut-off play here by Across the Pacific. Okay, leaving the truck in the middle. Let's charge in here. They might be able to win. Need to make sure they're in cover because these models out the back might be too far away that they're not nullifying the cover there. Using now, but maybe the rifleman is still going to win this. Okay, you got to make use of some healing. Do have to be very careful. The US player has had good map control, haven't had to take grenades, and they've got fast deploy. They can spit out the Greyhound like really fast, maybe even like 6 minutes 30. So something you have to watch out for and prepare for. Oh wow. Okay, LEIG calling. Well, usually players would go for Panzerjägers, expecting the Greyhound to be coming out. And there is the Greyhound, fast deploy. Close to the timing I said, you know. Very close. I think he could have hit a 6 minute 30 timing. I don't think he gets it anyway. The fast deploy is just that fast. So 6 minutes 30. Here it comes. And this is where the LEIG is not going to help you very much at this stage. If you're up against like double machine guns or something at this stage, sure, I could understand the LEIG, but this is looking kind of rough for VHSmonster right now. Does not have the answer to this. Building some Panzerjägers now. Chasing, looking for the wipe on the machine gun. Gets it. And I hear the engineer die somewhere. Was that over here? Specific losing one. Oh boy, this could be a wipe as well. Needs to get out of here fast, VHSmonster. Oh, this is a dangerous game. I think he got baited there looking for the captain wipe. Oh, and they dropped their flamer too. Really bad news.
Commander, it's done.
Yeah, it was a good bait from across the Pacific. You have to expect that coming, you know. You saw the Greyhound shooting at units around here. Easily catch you on the retreat.
We've lost control of the sector.
MG still up for grabs back there. Squad inside the building could jump out and grab it. I would be getting with this instead of the Panzerjägers. You need the Panzerjägers to be at full strength to fight the Greyhound.
Enemy movement near victory point.
Building a second Panzerjäger now. Even though VHSmonster does have the option to build AT guns, I think going for Panzerjägers is generally the better choice.
Victory point. Now
The Greyhound's so fast, can flank AT guns and knock them out quite quickly. Panzerjäger's just a little bit more responsive. Can't get out positioned that badly. There we go, they're connecting. Greyhound does have the skirts upgraded, so it's got loads of health. Try to jump into the building, get another volley off. Oh boy! Oh! If that was an engine crit, that could have been a dead Greyhound. That was a dangerous move from across the Pacific. Now that snare off. Oh, that was also a very close call. That has auto repair, could repair and then come back in, kill this squad. Gotta be careful. Probably retreat after getting neutralized here.
We just got promoted.
250 out the back. Do have the option of using the 250's healing as well. Another Greyhound for across the Pacific. Gonna pile on the pressure here.
M8 Greyhound is deploying.
Rebuild on engineers for
On the field.
across the Pacific.
Defend our victory point.
It's usually the time, you know, VHSmonster's got a bit of munitions where you try and like sneak some mines up around this area of the map. But unfortunately with that Panzerfire going down, doesn't have that option anymore. Here we go. Across the Pacific, now in a dangerous position. Looks like this had to reload though. He's still going to continue chasing the Greyhounds in hot pursuit. Might as well go for it now. Yeah. I think generally, you know, when it comes to microing the crowd, I think you're best to try and like drive forwards during the gaps in fire and then stop. It doesn't seem to have very good moving performance. Stop while it fires. And it's so fast, you know, especially with instant acceleration, this patch. Can afford to do that kind of maneuvering with it. This is where the ISG can help you out. You know, these buildings are often quite a pain on road to Tunis, but the LEIG is going to be doing well. The LEIG is pretty good. Same with the Pack Howie this patch, so maybe we can start to take over now. A late retreat from across the Pacific. He's going to get out of there though. That was a very close one. If 250 came in for a couple of bursts, that could have been out. Oh boy. Oh.
Greyhound has been destroyed. Reports of enemy movement near our victory
Okay, Greyhound goes down. A little of a late retreat again. Pacific though with dominating territory control right now, so even if he takes some bad trades, it's alright. He's gonna build yet another Greyhound. Looks like VHSmonster went for 6-man upgrade on the Panzergreens. Just going to take the raid off. Decent kiting here. The Greens have to get out. But honestly, you know, VHSmonster is managing to hold this position alright with his forward healing. But having lost the Krautschützen now, he can't really contest these points on the edge. So it was a risk chasing him for the wipe. If he got it, it would have been good, even with the trade, but now his capping power severely diminished. 2 losses. He's going to stick around for the neutralize here.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Jump into the building again, branching out to the VPs. This guy has been capping out on the edge. Doing very well.
Point is under attack. We must act.
Okay. Wasn't expecting that from VHSmonster. I thought this was maybe going to be like a straight Panzer III stall.
A victory point is under enemy control now.
It's gone for intermediate stage of tech.
The battle is in our favor.
Struggling for manpower right now, though. Okay, that's good. Activating the Vet 1 ability against the Rifleman should allow the Panzergreens to win this quite handily. Ooh. Okay, bar's coming online now for Across the Pacific. Maybe a little bit late. You can see it's got quite a lot of resources floating, but it's alright. Just maybe like 2 or 3 minutes earlier would have been optimal.
Browning automatic rifles have arrived.
Oh, grenade out. No dodge. Oh. Oh, this is just inattentiveness.
We've lost a squad of riflemen at the
Squad
front.
goes down. Plenty of times. Just maybe too busy focused on microing the light vehicles in the middle. Paying attention to the edges.
A victory point is under attack. We must act.
That does open up this side again. This is perhaps where I'd send this Greyhound out to the edge, away from the Panzerjägers. You know where they are roughly. Oh, and the other edge is also fine. Slow backing out of here. Very slow. Oh, the instant acceleration though. pretty fast repairs, and you can kind of get some repairs as vehicles are moving in this game compared to Code 2, which was much less forgiving. Machine gun covering the middle nicely. You can see the KD is actually pretty good for VHSmonster at this stage.
A fuel point is being seized by the enemy.
Going in from the side, but the Panzerjägers are there, and they'll camouflage for the bonus damage. And there's an AT gun back there as well. Pops the tear gas.
The enemy is winning this fight.
Oh, that was just really slow getting out of there. Can't be leaving a squad, like a unit,
Sector
fragile
lost.
unit
No
on the front
contact.
lines for that long without paying attention to it. That AT gun working out nicely. I'm guessing for VHSmonster that was a call-in. Oh, I can't see the call-in. Oh! Okay. Ouch. Nasty wipe there. You can see AcrossThePacific has gone for a lot of chaffies. And here they come, they're going to go after the mortar half-tracks. And the speed boosts. Going in now, Panzerjäger's coming back. A couple of squishy targets back here. Ooh, not the path I would take with that chaffee. I want to get away anyway, but you know, with a squad there, potentially snare, they did have munitions for it. 2 squads could have fired off their tear gas. With faster reactions from VHSmonster, that could have been another dead chaffee. Need to back away over this direction. But yeah, a couple riflemen going down. He's rebuilding them now. They dropped their bars. Ooh, dropped both bars.
Command points should be assigned at once.
Overall, that was a fine move for AcrossThePacific in terms of taking out 2 mortar half-tracks and the mid-truck for 1 chaffee. It's going to relieve a lot of indirect fire pressure on him. And now he's even looking for a wipe. This is exactly what you want to be doing, like trying to shut down units on the edges. For superior mobility, but they switched the focus fire priority over. They've lost vision on them there. And here comes the Marder now, with the Panzerjägers there. Greyhound's fast though. The T-gun doesn't spin around. Here he goes. You should be spinning it to face this direction here. Facing this direction, like, you already got this way covered by the Marder and the Panzerjägers. This exit would have been the most likely escape. Oh, but the Panzerjägers get him anyway. Wow. If he backed off towards this direction, I think he would have been fine. But coming down this way, the extra Panzerjäger ends up catching the Greyhound. And he didn't wipe that squad on base, but might get the wipe here on the Panzergreens. Yep. Drop the LMG as well. Oh, and the flamethrower too. The squad actually has a slot open still. Oh, oh boy, he's repairing. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, okay.
Keep firing! Don't get distracted!
That's... yeah, I don't know what's going on with AcrossThePacific, but I think maybe need to have like audio cues turned up, like on squad sound compared to game audio, or maybe make use of the tactical map a bit more, because these kind of wipes are very painful. And that's what's put VHSmonster firmly in the lead at this stage. But I can call in an easy 8 eventually. In fact, could just about do it now, I think, if I didn't build that rifle squad. 2 martyrs already, though.
Upgrade is here.
2 martyrs, an AT gun, 2 Panzerjägers. He doesn't know about the second martyr, but it might actually be the right choice for Across the Pacific to not build any more vehicles. Just play this on infantry gaming. Take advantage of VHSmonster's current composition.
250 points remain.
It's a tough metagame call to make, though.
Let's see what you're made of.
Especially without knowing about the second martyr. VHSmonster, meanwhile, rebuilding the medics. That's a fine option. It is pretty well prepared for an Easy 8 calling, which you would expect from a player who's been spamming light vehicles like this. Here it goes. Easy 8 can be called in.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Comes with a squad to repair it as well, so it's handy. Yeah, pretty well covered, the Easy 8. Already.
We're taking casualties.
Supply lines are cut. Territory is
Chance
isolated.
to decap there.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Squad nearly dead. Here goes the Easy 8. VHSmonster a little bit late on the retreat.
Territory overrun.
Oh, that's
We
alright.
have
Yep.
lost a squad of Panzer Grenadiers.
Rifleman getting aggressive here.
Goddamn buzzsaws.
But here comes an assault being calling from VHSmonster. I think this is okay at this stage because they're fighting against riflemen with no vet. So it's actually like a fine engagement. And oh boy, Easy 8 finds out about their second martyr now. He's in some trouble. Might have even been worth doing a slight move to try get onto the road to try back away more quickly here with the Easy 8. Get that speed bonus going. Getting out of there. But yeah, I think at this stage, in terms of tactics across the Pacific, probably should be looking to play on the two sides. You know, chase away squads that try to cap with the Easy 8. Try force the rotations of the martyrs. Maybe catch them. You could like set up on one side, get a bunch of mines down, bring the Easy 8 in, force the martyrs in, the martyrs hit the mines, then you swoop in and kill them. Something like that. Especially when going for these kind of like Easy 8 call-in strats, you often have quite a lot of engineers if you're going for multiple. So moves like that can be pretty good. And if you haven't been spamming Seek and Destroy, which I don't think we've seen so far. We have a bit more latitude.
Our munitions point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Put mines down,
Territory is now in
and you can
enemy
get the
hands.
instant field craft as well.
Scatter them. Force the retreat. Even. He's dead.
Some quite
We have
fast
only
coming up.
250 points remaining.
8 round now for VHSmonster.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Yeah, that's a fine option. Let's see what upgrades he's got. He hasn't got vehicle survival package. Okay, so 8 round's going to be quite weak in terms of health. Going to have to be careful with it, but it's not like a terrible option just to try apply some bleed to the rifleman. It's going to be pretty well backed up.
All victory points are under enemy control. We must act.
Another mortar half track.
Repairs complete.
Easy 8's repaired back up again as well. Pretty close on the victory points at this stage. VHSmonster has a much larger army.
We're here. Be ready.
It's definitely in the lead. I don't think I'll be splitting up the martyrs here. It's just too easy for something to go wrong.
Eager to get started.
This martyr over here is extremely vulnerable. Like, maybe this one was okay with 2 Panzerjägers and the AT gun somewhat nearby, but this one over here completely isolated. This is a big risk. Might be worth as well across the Pacific when coming into cap in the middle, just giving the order to cap right on the edge so you're not in the vision of the capture circle. Make it so your opponent has to micro the indirect fire to attack you. Well, 8-Rad comes in here and that's going to go down immediately. Oh boy, MG goes down over here as well. I think the Easy 8's just got too much health here. Martyr's not going to be able to get the kill. Didn't even need the anti-tank grenade, but why not? Just in case something else is coming in. Oh, it loses a rifle squad while this is going on. They go for 2 Chaffies, and they're going hunting for the martyr. Do we have Panzerjägers here? T-gun sitting up as well. No speed boost from the Chaffies here. Gets the mid truck as well. I think VHSmonster maybe didn't use the tear gas round. I could have slowed down the Chaffies here. Really helped out a lot. Would not stay in here with the Chaffee though. Could even die now actually. Panzerjäger's coming in. Grenades. Oh, AT gun gets the job done. Yeah, a little bit slow getting out with the Chaffee. Should have been able to keep that one alive. Yeah, gets out of there. But yeah, would have been a really good trade if that other Chaffee survived. But as I said, yeah, this martyr being isolated right on the edge, just asking for trouble. And it did eventually backfire on VHSmonster. Maybe it could work if you're trying to bait, you got enough munitions for loiter, you got a load of mines down. And you know that, again, you're just trying to bait the opponent in to a trap, but that was not the case here. He's pretty close to that loiter though. That can be a big turning point. Is that the stolen machine gun now?
Enemy MG! This is the killing zone!
Yeah. Another assault green coolant. Oh, that was smoke. I was like, where was the explosion? Might even be able to get the decrew if that was just a regular shot. Pacific now branching out to the edge VPs. Here's coming through on the Sherman. As I said, that infantry support gun has been very consistent in its damage through the middle of the map.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
Definitely hits well. It's just early on, you got to be so careful you don't get overrun by vehicles. Easily lose the game. You're just going to actually fully retreat there. The other machine gun, more angles open to across the Pacific. Oh boy. Oh, so slow getting out of there with the 250.
250 has been destroyed.
Machine gun
We're losing grasp of a victory point.
really wishes he had it now, shutting down this rifle. Okay, drops the AT loiter. The AT gun can pin another shot here. Looks like he lost vision, maybe.
Lost control of the victory point.
If he takes another pass here, though. Oh, and he's... Oh! That was like one of the worst strafes I've ever seen.
We're losing grasp of a munitions point.
That pass was so inaccurate. Usually, that never happens to these anti-tank planes. Now, second Easy 8 hitting the field for VHSmonster. He's saving up. I think he's going for a Tiger. Okay. It's been a painful few minutes, and it's about to be a lot more painful.
Taken a victory point.
Generally, it's extremely hard to afford a Tiger store in 1v1s.
Don't let them concentrate us! Taking heavy losses!
Here we go, getting a few shots on.
Enemy panzers crossing the
Okay,
line!
bounce that shot.
Shit! We're taking
Maybe could have used the vet ability on the AT gun.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Compromise armor. Could have been quite handy there.
Victory point lost.
Early on, didn't use it, but maybe was trying to stall up resources for the loiter, but in that case, I believe compromise armor decreases its armor not just against the AT gun, but against, you know, the Panzerjägers that were there as well, so
Take cover!
maybe even there was a kill potential. If, every shot had penetrated there.
Panzer 3 on station.
Oh wow, went for a Panzer 3. Did I misread the situation?
Don't get distracted!
No, Tiger... Oh, already used a call-in recently, so can't call this in. It's quite far away in terms of fuel as well. Well, this is a very tough matchup for the Panzer 3. Unless you've already got
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
all the bonuses. It's extremely difficult. Doesn't have any of them.
Ready to go again. Newfound warriors!
Enemy forces have captured a victory
Does
point.
at least have the penetration bonus, though, so that does definitely help out a lot. A bit later on the retreats here, VHSmonster. E3 comes in. Where's the AT gun though? It's way out the back. Without the AT gun, I wouldn't be trying to fight this at all. Panzerjägers overstaying there. Welcome. This squad also dying over here.
Killed at the front line.
AT gun's coming up now, but it's too late. Panzer 3 now so low that it could probably take engine damage from an AT grenade.
An infantry
Oh,
support gun has been
decrewed
claimed
it.
by enemy fire.
And now across the Pacific, way in the lead. Huge reversal in army sizes.
My crew are ready.
Territory
Definitely a
lost.
lot easier for US to build back in these late game scenarios. Oh, let's see. Okay, he doesn't have any of
Defend
these
our victory point.
boosts though.
We're losing it.
Usually you would try and squeeze in the manpower reinforcement production sometime before the first Easy 8 comes in.
Territory point is no longer
Take a
under
break
our
from
control.
spamming like one
They've taken our victory point.
light vehicle of some description, especially if you don't desperately need it. Go for that upgrade. Pays off massively in games that go beyond the 20-minute mark. Okay, is that a Panzer IV calling? AT gun not in position here. Does manage to get a shot through though. Oh boy. Pathfinder, any hiccups there. Bad position setting up the AT gun though. Could not contribute much. Machine gun out the back there, so can't really close in anymore. Still very close on the VPs, but across the Pacific. About to take the triple cap here. In strong control position. And with no auto repair, these tanks are going to be out of action for pretty much the rest of the game.
Son of a bitch! I got the last one!
Ouch.
That's it! Just to let
Mortar pit out the back for Across the Pacific. I like it. They are very good at the moment. Given his map control situation, should be pretty strong. Could build it further back even, but
Enemy down to 100
not really necessary this particular match anymore.
100 points.
But yeah, mortar pit's a solid option. You can build them like close to your base and still contest the middle. Especially if you can't,
More like it.
or you don't want to build
Reporting in.
a mortar. Haven't gone for that tech structure, don't have options. There's a third easy 8 now. VHSmonster pretty close to another loiter.
Their lines are holding.
Can
at
rustle out the
75
munitions. Try force a fight on one side. Could be alright. It's going out to his left-hand VP is draining out so fast with that triple cap running though. Okay, he's probably going to need a squad wipe here though.
Enemy movement.
Oh.
Victory point.
Here come the easy 8s. Oh, that's the full pain train. Activated seek and destroy. Turbo speed, turbo rate of fire.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
No hope. No escape.
We have vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
GG. Oof. Some back and forth action here. But yeah, I think overall VHSmonster maybe, yeah, going for the call-in LEIG early on. Generally against US forces with the Greyhound spam, you can't really afford to do that. Like, quite often, you know, building a Panzerjäger reactively after you see the Greyhound at 6.5 minutes can just lose you the game. You know, the Greyhound could easily get 2 squad wipes and then you've just lost the game. So you could even maybe like hold your call-in like past the 6-minute mark. See the Greyhound, call in the Panzerjägers immediately. Just make sure you have enough manpower for that. If you want to keep your options open, that is a possibility. But you have to expect it and be ready for it because it's very strong at the moment. But yeah, a few, I think, like tactical errors. Maybe catching VHSmonster out here, just splitting up the anti-tank. I think what you need to do is try and like pull the vehicles onto one side where your anti-tank is already waiting. And as I said, do not split up martyrs like that because they are so easy to outposition. They're quite slow to rotate, and easy to get killed like that. But yeah, it's tough as the Africa Corps player in the late game. If you haven't managed to invest into those armory upgrades, like all the survival package, the vehicle self-repair, stuff like that, in the late game, it's so hard to keep up in terms of manpower. The US player can definitely outproduce you. So you need to take advantage of that stronger early game, take advantage of those strong early game units like the flak feeling, L6s and stuff to get off to a strong start so that you can invest in those upgrades for the mid to late game. But yeah, I don't mind the mortar half-track plate. Those are pretty good, I think. If you've got 250s still alive and you want something to do with them. Upgrading them to the more half-track I'm on board with. That's a fine way to spend the manpower. As for across the Pacific, just there's probably like 4 units that died like with like loads and loads of warning, and so like really extended fights. Like the Greyhound close to the middle around the building, the Chaffee close to the base, down to the Panzerjägers. There's that rifle squad on the high munitions on the towards the right hand side. These were like very slow happening engagements, but still didn't avoid, like relatively, still didn't avoid those units going down. Need to cut out those losses, and maybe this is where the tactical map comes in. But also, just when it comes to light vehicle control, you got to be, if it's sitting on the front lines like that, you basically can't take your eyes off it for more than a second. Can't just leave it sitting out there. So that's maybe where the tactical map comes in handy again, right? Because you can have your screen locked on where the Greyhound is, open up the tactical map, do some stuff in other areas of the map, close the tactical map, and you're still there watching the Greyhound, like the center screen. So yeah, that's the power of tactical map, and I'm a big fan of it because my awareness of stuff on the edges is not very good. So it helps a lot. Yeah, hopefully you guys found that instructional. But yeah, it's a strong strategy. The armored, light vehicle spam into Easy 8 spam can be pretty hard to keep up with. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.